Hey, good morning, Sweet Peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra. It's the day after the election, and some went well, some did not. Unfortunately, in my state, we still have an idiot as a governor, which is interesting because if you look at the map, all of Northern California, except for two little tiny areas, pretty much all of Northern California was like, yeah, we're done. We would like somebody else. Thank you. We're going to give someone else a shot. Southern California basically is the only reason that he is still in office, and that's because Southern California is very, very dense in their population. Northern California is more sparse, so it is what it is, which is why people are actually trying to, and have been trying to for years, split the state, just because the needs of Southern and Northern California are hugely different, and they are hugely different areas. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, but we have had, so we were in a drought we've been in a drought for years, right? So summer was really bad, major wildfires for the last few years, you know, okay, whatever. It's something that we deal with. But the weather came in, I don't want to say really fast, but it kind of did come in fast and kind of hard. So it dropped the temperatures severely and actually brought us quite a bit of rain really fast. And it allowed, when that happens, I hate the weather. I'm just going to tell you right now. I like rain. I don't like this rain. Just a little backstory. I actually grew up in Florida. So I absolutely love rain, but I'm used to warm rain, right? And I've been out here for about 35 years. So I've been out here for quite a while, but I've never liked the cold dampness of winter. My body doesn't like it. I have fibromyalgia, so the older I get, the more my body doesn't like it. So there's a lot of things that I have to adjust to. But when it comes in and it drops really quickly, the temperature drops and brings in a lot of wetness with it, it allows me to go out and look at what I need to fortify, and specifically with my animals. It also allows me, if I have anything in storage, if I have my preparedness type stuff in a certain storage area, it also allows me to make sure that everything is stored correctly. It gives me an opportunity when that first cold spell hits, when that first wetness hits, to go around and look and make sure that everything is okay, everything is where it needs to be. If there's anything that needs to be redone, put in a different place, whatever, then the break that we have now, because now we won't get some rain for a little while, but that break will allow me to now fortify what I have and make sure that it is safe. So you basically, when you have the bad weather that comes in, especially when it first comes in, because when it first comes in, usually it'll come in and then you get a little bit of a break. But when that first weather comes in, whether it's a hard weather or not, it still allows you to look at what you have and fortify what you need. Whether it's your house, whether it's the lighting outside, because let me tell you, especially now that it's getting darker faster, or earlier, not really faster, but earlier, now is a really great time to go out and look at your security system, how things are set up. Is your property, is your place, you know, is there any standing water that you need to drain? Could that be a problem for security reasons? Could that be a problem for your animals? Could that be a problem for whatever the situation? You look at your lighting outside, like I said, now that it's getting darker earlier, do you have sufficient lighting? If you have your timers, you know, you need to change your timers on your lighting outside. If your animals are outside and you notice, okay, their area is getting wet, they're getting too cold, they don't have a wind block, whatever the situation, now is the time to go out and look and fortify what you have. It's a really, really good time to walk around, see where everything is, especially right after the rain before stuff starts drying up. So that's what I do, is I take that opportunity mostly for my animals to look at what their needs are, because we kind of move animals around the property sometimes. And even if you don't move animals around the property, you know, they wear holes and stuff. So When it's dry out, you don't really notice holes and where the water's gonna, you know, pool up a lot, and are they standing in water? Do they have that sufficient windbreak? You know, which I've said before, but when you have bad weather coming in, it is a really good time to go around and fortify what you need and to look at your stores and are they being stored correctly? If you have your stuff outside, is everything weather tight, or is your stuff getting wet? Is it getting too moist where it's at? You might have to relocate it, you might have to store it differently. So when the bad weather comes in, as much as I can't stand it, as much as I go, oh, my body hurts, I just don't feel good, it gives me an opportunity to go around and make sure that we are weather tight, make sure that my animals are safe, and make sure that specifically our security outside is good to go. So when the weather comes in, take that opportunity when the weather first hits you to go out, look at everything, make sure that you have a plan. If something is not working, if you've got animals that are now all of a sudden standing in 3 inches of water, you know, do you have a place to move them to if that area floods? Whatever the situation that you're in. Do you need to put more lights up? Like I said, it's in the winter, it does get darker earlier, but it also seems like when you go outside when it's cold and wet and rainy, it's even harder to see things. So you might have to add lighting outside. You might have to add security. But now is a good time to fortify what you have and to make sure that everything is secure. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.